Welcome to City Championship Wrestling. I am the real Paul Jones.
And I am the even realer Andre Kabashi. Iverteta, they call me. Go ahead, Paul Jones. Tell them why I'm here.
That's probably not even a real word. Folks, so this is the third week in a row. I'm just going to suck it up. The owner decided he wanted to give Andre one more chance to run the weekly
The Albanian embassy was full with even more letters, more emails, more text messages, Paul Jones. And look at that. We even got some messages. We cleaned up your tie, spoke to that lady, had a couple nice gentlemen speak to her. There's got no burn stains on your little Cubano burn stains on there. You're looking good, Paul Jones. You are welcome. And I want to bring out the...
Whoa. Andre, first of all, so, the consulate, the embassy, whatever you want to call it, we'll see about that. You think you know who Paul Jones really is. A lot of people do. You guys don't know a lot of things about me. And one of the things you don't know is I have a little associate, acquaintance at the State Department. And I asked her to find as much information about Andre Kabashi and New Albania and Jay Abrams and Trevor Straud, just for good measure. And as soon as she gets back to me, I want to know every dirty secret that you have, Andre.
Paul Jones, my life is an open book, and this chapter is going to involve none other than il mio hermano, Emilio Iglesias. Emilio! You did such a great job last week.
I'm so ready for my match.
But
There's no buts.
there's no such thing as a perfect job. You did have one mistake. Your shirt was not tucked in the way a referee's shirt is supposed to be tucked in. Even Paul Jones tucks his shirt in. So I can't give you your match. But I can give you another opportunity to be the referee tonight.
Emilio did a fine job last week, as I knew he would. The only time there was a hiccup, you're welcome. The only time there was a hiccup is when New Albania got involved.
First of all, my refereeing was impeccable for my first time, by the way. Anyways, Emilio, I got bad news. I have not taken this shirt off since last week, since all our celebrations. And unfortunately, you are going to have to wear this exact shirt. I am sincerely sorry for this.
This is not sanitary, Andre. You can't literally just do whatever you want.
God. It's like, what is shirt off?
Andre, you are one of the
That is the smell of P1 and champagne, but mostly P1. And a lot of champagne, but P1. Either way, Emilio, prove yourself tonight. You get in that ring, and you show the world what a referee you can be, and make sure you tuck your shirt in, all right?
You are the most vile human being I have ever had the displeasure of meeting.
How can that even be possible? You worked with Paul Bowser for like 6 months.
You are absolutely horrible.
Tucked in?
Emilio, I'm
All
really
right.
sorry
I'm
about
just
this.
checking. I'm sorry too, Emilio. Disculpe. You get on in there.
You don't have the capability to feel anything properly, really.
Oh, no, I felt pretty good last week. And having said that, let's bring out Jason De Milo, or Decore, as I like to call him. Boo, you
it's good to see-
Not good to see either of you.
Well, I guess it's better than completely ignoring me, which is what's happened since you went off the commentary table.
Look, we know I carried that, and you carried this, but
Paul Jones, we do have to carry you on commentary. But tonight, Jason, I got a surprise for you.
What?
You get on in that ring, and I'll introduce you to your opponent.
What bozo do you have for me now?
Oh, he's not a bozo. But you get on in there. Get on in there, Jason. And now, Paul Jones, let's bring on out Jason De Milo's opponent. Andre Kabashi. Paul Jones, how you doing?
You were so dramatic.
You're not even going to interview? I don't need an interview. I'm going to get in the ring. I'm going to put a beating on Jason De Milo. And now I'll join you at the commentary table the rest of the night.
Oh, that's goody. That's amazing. Folks, I guess we do have a matchup here. Andre Kabashi has willingly put himself into a match with Jason De Milo. And unfortunately, he has also forced Emilio to referee for a second week straight, which honestly isn't really that bad of a thing. Emilio is a solid referee. He's checking both men now to make sure they're not bringing any foreign objects to the ring. Obviously, that is an issue with somebody like Andre Kabashi in the ring. And honestly, even Jason, he does like to sneak that mirror ringside with him and look at himself. Matchup starts out. These men tie up and break right away. It doesn't really surprise me. These might be the two biggest egos in City Championship Wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. And that's not actually hyperbole. That's actually true. Andre Kabashi takes that wrist lock, but Jason immediately gets to the rope. Emilio comes in, administers the count, and breaks it up. Andre Kabashi also let go at 2. It's very strange for him. He's normally going to go right up until the last moment that he has to release a hold. And again goes to the arm or wrist lock. Jason De Milo ducks under into that waist lock, takes Andre down. What is going on? The bell just rang. I didn't ring the bell. Look behind you, Emilio. New Albania just. I think Trevor might have rang the bell.
Come on, dude. I don't even want to be here doing this.
I have 2 microphones. How would I have taken the hammer and rung the ring bell?
Listen.
This, yet again, this is a farce.
Coward Jason De Milo runs away from yours truly.
That is hardly what happened. No, that's my favorite microphone.
Paul Jones, 2 seconds in your hand. This microphone's soaking wet.
Whatever. It's blatantly lying. It's ridiculous.
I don't lie.
Good Lord.
And another man who never lies is going to be the next guy we're bringing out, Mikey Mourner.
Oh my gosh, I can't even keep up with fact checking.
How's it going, Mikey? You good? You
No,
all right?
it's going
Here,
terrible.
see-
Why am I out here?
You're out here because you have a match, and because you're obligated to have an interview to inform the people about just something about yourself.
Okay, but what has this man done to qualify to schedule me for a match?
Okay, look, if you want to argue with the owner, you fire a text message or an email to him. No, of course he's not the owner.
In charge by that. Look, Mikey, I like you, man. I'm giving you a match because of how much I like you. I admire what you've been doing, spitting in people's faces, kicking them in the Charles Dickens, doing all you can to come out number 1, because that's what really matters.
I guess.
And so, Mikey, tonight you got a match. I want you to get in that ring. I want you to show the world what Mikey P1 Mourner can do.
Don't call me that. Who's my match with, first of all?
With Trevor Straud.
Lovely.
Why am I not surprised?
Big boys, Paul Jones. And here comes, look at that bicep. I'm hiding behind that bicep. You can't even see me behind this bicep. That's how strong this man is, Trevor Straud. But, Mike, you know, I got faith in you, man. You're going to put up a good fight. Trevor Straud, though, he's going to put up an even better one. I'm thinking it's going to be a great match, Mikey. That's really what's important. Putting on a show for these people, if you want to call them that. Okay. Nyers, Bhakti, you know, whatever you want to call them. So, Mikey, you get on in that ring. You show the world what it means to be Mikey Mourner.
If anything screwy happens in this match, I promise all three of you men that I will be coming for you.
Like,
Nothing screwy is going to happen, Mike. I guarantee you, Mike. Mike!
It better not. You've compromised the credibility of this promotion enough. I don't understand how you got a third week out of the owner. I
I told
really
you, the
don't.
embassy was packed. Come on, Paul Jones, let's get to the commentary table and watch this great match. Trevor Straud, baby.
The only thing that makes sense to me, I will say, I am pretty involved in the production here at City Championship Wrestling. I do know that these last few episodes have been doing pretty well, unfortunately.
it's gonna go
I don't
even better.
understand it.
Because look at Trevor Straud. He's ready. He's got that killer look in his eyes. He's got the OJ gloves on. You know what that means. Mikey Mourner's going to have a hard time in there.
Honestly, Andre, I think this matchup has begun, and I think that the fans are just
Come on, Trevor.
they're pulling for us to get through this and get rid of you three. At least out of this position of power you've somehow put yourselves in. You've put Trevor Straud in this matchup with Mikey. You're trying to pester Mikey and push his buttons further into this.
I have faith in Mikey. I have more faith in Mikey than a lot of people. I believe.
Trevor Straud throws Mikey
He
down.
may
into the
be in some
corner.
trouble right
The
now, but I know
P1
Mikey can bring the fight to Trevor. Trevor's a wonderful specimen. You see that TS right there? That means
tackle
the
by
specimen.
Trevor Straud when Mikey Mourner coming in takes him off his feet. And no, Andre, you're putting Mikey through the ringer. You're trying to bring out this dark side that he's been struggling with. I'm just calling you out on it. I know that's what it is. I've got 2 eyes and 2 ears.
I like that Emilio's got his shirt tucked in. Sorry, Paul Jones, I was not even listening to you. I'm so busy admiring the specimen, Trevor Straud. That's what that TS stands for, you see on his pants. TS. Oh!
Trevor Straud brought Mikey to his feet, tried to take him up for the suplex, but Mikey reversed it. Throws a combination of strikes. Those closed fists, not exactly legal. Emilio is letting that go.
Oh, turned him inside
Trevor
out.
Straud takes Mikey
upside
off
down.
his feet with that
That
discus lariat.
That was a great clothesline. A P1 clothesline. 1, 2, 3.
And there
you
is
go.
the 3. I think Mikey might be
Another New
unconscious.
Albania victory.
Trevor Straud motioning for Jay Abrams to enter the ring.
I'm sure Jay Abrams just going to congratulate Trevor.
Emilio, get them out of there.
Oh, what do we got here?
Andre, you better call
What
them
do I
off.
say?
what do you say?
Andre.
Put him down, big gun!
That was impressive, that choke slam. TS, baby, and the big gun. TS. Speak on it, Trevor. That was Mikey put up a hard fight, but you put up an even harder one.
You know what? I think I actually broke a sweat. So, boss man, thanks for that.
Trevor Straud, the specimen, who you can see this Friday at Lance Cruz High School. $15 a ticket, along with the big gun, and of course yours truly, as I beat down Freedom Ramsey. Lance Cruz High School.
Not a bad seat in the house.
Big gun. Let's go on to a commercial break real quick.
Father,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at City Championship Wrestling Studios. I am the real Paul Jones, and Andre Kabashi
Even
is
realer
still
Andre
here.
Kabashi. And unfortunately, I am still here. I say that unfortunately because I'm bringing out our next guest. Freedom Ramsey.
You actually got his name right for once.
I guess he's got Father Marquis with him too. Come on up.
Hallelujah!
Right.
Got Father Marquis.
Okay, Father. Blessed are the meek. Blessed are the meek, not the loudmouths.
You need to make a donation. I feel like for some reason, the donation box was lacking a little cash last week. And that's not from that sinning boy knocking out my tray.
Hey, that's something you got to take up with the accountant, Father.
Listen, he's all talk. That's all he's about. Actually, that's his. I mean, I'm about action. I'm done talking to him until April 8th.
He's about
That's
action.
that. Now, Father Marquis did a great job against Mikey Mourner. I talked to him and talked you guys into a match. You was a team player. He wasn't.
I
I'm going
made
to forget
that
about him. But your opponent, April 8th, the Demon, he's still going to be a challenge. Yes. And I want to give you an even better training match tonight.
Okay. What you thinking, Freedom?
Your opponent will be me.
Paul Jones, I just got the greatest idea ever. What if tonight it was Freedom Ramsey and Father Marquis? One-on-one.
2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. You're just
2 weeks in a row making
You're just
incredible
gonna
matches.
you're just-
100% right, Paul Jones.
That's enough. That's enough of you. 2 weeks in a row, you're going to pretend that you're...
All right.
Freedom.
What's up?
You had a great idea. I appreciate the match. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's get this thing started then, guys. Come on.
I've had enough of you, Andre.
Enough of great matches, Paul Jones. Enough of electrifying interviews. No.
Just because you have a big mouth and you blow a lot of hot air doesn't mean you say anything useful.
Whatever you say, Paul Jones. All I know is the commentary levels have gone up a ton since I got on here. And look at this, another great match that I made. Father Marquis complaining about the money he needs to worry about. Yukikari Freedom Ramsey.
As I was trying to say before you drove me near to insanity, you, for the second week,
short drive.
are going to pretend like Freedom's idea was your idea. Freedom had an amazing idea to
that even
help
possible?
his friend prepare for his matchup against the demon known as Mollock on April 8th.
I will admit Freedom's tights are actually looking a lot better than normal. He definitely did not come up with the idea for those designs.
That is an amazing design for in-ring gear, Andre. Look at you. Look at what you wear in
look
the
at
ring.
these beautiful
Look at
legs.
these two men, Father Marquis and Freedom Ramsey, locking up.
Oh, that was a great lockup. And look at Freedom Ramsey.
Freedom
getting the
Ramsey's
advantage.
taking that
Oh,
waist lock.
Oh, Father
Father
getting out of
Marquis
it. though.
works to the arm wringer wrist lock. And he is feeling it. Freedom uses the hammerlock to transition into the
That
side
was Freedom's
headlock.
experience right there. I'll
Father
admit
Marquis
right
pushes
there.
him into the ropes. Off. Oh,
And that was
Freedom comes
Freedom's-
in with a shoulder tackle. Takes Marquis off his feet.
That was Freedom's strength
Into
and
the rope.
size right
Off.
there.
Marquis leapfrogs, goes for the hip toss, but Freedom catches it, reverses into his own.
You see right there, Father. Trying to hip toss a bigger man, you're going to run into problems, especially when he's running at you that fast.
They're.
His eyes were too big for his stomach at that moment, I must say.
I don't know that I would say either of these men is necessarily bigger. Father Marquis might have a little bit of height. Freedom Ramsey, a little bit of mass.
Oh, now it looks like Father's got the advantage.
Father Marquis has that side headlock. Freedom looked for the crossface to
Oh.
get out of it, but instead
I didn't know the Father had
they
that
go off the
strength in him.
ropes and Father Marquis shoulder tackle of his own. Freedom leapfrogs, goes for a hip toss. Oh! Now Father Marquis reverses, does a cartwheel and a drop kick. Gets 2.
I just want to say I would have already ended this match if I were in Father's position. But
Oh, whatever. As Andre Kabashi well knows, Freedom Ramsey is one of the toughest, if not the toughest, competitor in City Championship Wrestling. And folks, if you come to our event at Lance Cruz High School on April 8th, you'll see that for yourself.
$15 a ticket, by the way. I'm lucky Emilio
There's
still got
2.
his shirt tucked in, doing the counts. Oh, but he needs to get on top of this. Freedom might be choking the good father. And I said good with quotation marks around it.
Looks like Freedom Ramsey has got that. He's trying to put Father Marquis to sleep.
Father
Marquis
working up,
has
though.
fought to his feet. Winds up and drives that elbow into the midsection of Freedom Ramsey. On 2, he breaks it. Works to that top wrist lock.
Oh, he's got it. Doesn't look like it
And
to
I
me.
know for a fact that when Father Marquis was an official and was moonlighting as an official and training to be an in-ring competitor,
Those
that
were
was
definitely
one
better
of his
times.
favorite holds.
Yeah, those were definitely better times when he was an official. So trying to rip people
Freedom
off.
Ramsey caught Father Marquis off the rope into a backbreaker. Gets 2 from it. I guarantee you couldn't do that, Andre.
Oh, I could do a better backbreaker. Matter of fact, I do a backbreaker where I jump up 5 feet in the air and then drop him down.
Oh, my. Freedom Ramsey has got it locked in to Father Marquis.
Oh, Father. That
You
sounds like the
just
village
wait,
is
Andre.
behind him,
April
Paul
8th,
Jones.
this is going to be you, Freedom Ramsey.
Yeah, me beating
All
up
of
Father
this
Marquis.
he's going to do to you.
Oh, I thought you meant me beating up Father Marquis. I was going to do that, too.
Absolutely not. Oh, Father Marquis with the clothesline and a back elbow.
The power of the village, Paul Jones. Look at
That's
that.
right.
Yeah, I meant that jokingly. I don't think the village has any
Well,
power.
for you.
Oh, tornado DDT.
Bulldog out of the corner by Father Marquis. Oh, nearly 3. Father Marquis can't believe it, but he needs to stay on track. He needs to stay on top of Freedom Ramsey.
Oh, he's telling us it's time.
He has an
It's
opportunity
time.
here.
He's finally going to retire
He
from
needs
this
to
business.
capitalize on it.
Oh, no, this is what he means by it's time. Oh, okay. He's going to finish the match. Oh, Freedom, I hope he's paid it up to the village.
Oh, goes to set Freedom up for the benediction. Oh my gosh!
Okay, that was impressive.
Oh my, that was an impressive maneuver.
Okay,
from
Paul
Freedom
Jones, we don't got to talk
Ramsey.
about that all that much. It was impressive. Okay, we get the point. You know what? You interview him. I'm not talking to him. I'll stay over here, Paul Jones. You do the interview,
Freedom
okay?
Ramsey. That was an impressive victory. Is this a new weapon that you plan to use against Andre Kabashi on April 8th?
Listen, all I'm gonna say about Andre is I'm done talking. It's all as for that match, it's just a prep match for my brother Father Marquis. April 8th, it's gonna be one hell of a show. Don't miss it.
That's right, folks. $15 at the door. Every seat is a good one. That is not just a line. It is a beautiful venue.
And I'll
Come
have the
see it
best
for
seat in
yourself.
the house, beating up Freedom Ramsey.
You just wait, Andre.
You keep that shirt tucked in, Emilio. Good job.
You. Freedom, when he gets his hands on you, he's going to teach you a lesson for each and every one of us. You just wait and see.
Nukaste mundun, man. Nukaste mundun. But what is possible is for Darien Ultra and Ryan Sins to come on out here and have their match that I made also. I also made this match. So if you guys like this match, which you will, yeah, I made it. Okay. I made it. Because you guys obviously are a terrible tag team. I'll admit, I actually thought maybe you guys could possibly be a tag team. But you're arguing back and forth. And you were obviously no match for the big gun and Trevor Straud.
You see, the thing is, this guy, he's been getting on my nerves. I've been real sick of Darien Ultra these last couple weeks, all right?
Listen, I don't know what else you want me to say, Ryan. I apologize to you.
You apologize.
I apologize to the people. You know, I can admit I was wrong. I said I was wrong. I don't know how many times now. I'm running out of things to tell you, Ryan, but the only thing I can think of is we get in this ring and we handle it.
You see, from the beginning, this wasn't about you. This was about me and Trevor Straud, all right? So you put yourself in on this? Okay, cool. I want to get in there, and I want to hurt you, Darien. Yeah. I'm not no friend with you no more.
He wants to hurt you in those sunglasses
You want to hurt me? That's
and the sunglasses.
Yeah.
Don't threaten me with a good time. Let's
Threaten
get
me
it.
with the good.
Paul Jones. I love this. The intent.
Innuendo aside, this should be an interesting matchup, folks.
Let's get on over to the table. I can't think of anything that could ruin a match this great. Or anybody who could ruin the match
I
this
can
great,
think
but you
of
never know.
3 people who are presently here in the studio, unfortunately, who could
Who is that?
definitely
You and
do
who
that.
else? You and 2 other people?
Andre, just stop playing stupid. It's demeaning.
Oh, you know it's intense when Darien Ultra takes off the bandana. Oh,
Ryan Sims is definitely not messing around. He immediately shot for that
Darien
waist
Ultra
lock.
is not trying. Oh, he is not trying
this
to take it
is-
easy on this man, who was just his tag team partner last week.
This relationship is definitely soured over the last
I'm loving
month.
the intensity. Look at these matches I'm putting together, Paul Jones.
Unfortunately, folks, it looks like these 2 former friends just absolutely despise one another now.
I mean, were they ever really friends?
You, Andre Kabashi, and your hired little mercenary, Trevor Straud, he has a lot to do with this situation in the ring right here.
Oh, ma
Darien
piace
Ultra
cari.
taking that
Ma piace
arm wringer
cari.
wrist lock on his former friend Ryan
look at that.
Sins.
Oh, he
now
gave him
that
a nice
side
little punch
headlock.
to the
These
face.
2 men trying to hurt every part of one another. Oh! Ryan Sins just sent Darien into the ropes, came in
Oh,
after
that
him.
knee to the gut could not have felt good. Oh, that one was even worse.
Emilio checking on Darien, making sure he can continue.
I can check from here. He ain't
Ryan
okay.
is
maybe
working
he
down
is.
his midsection,
Oh my
stealing
God!
his wind from him.
What a clothesline! Stole a couple of teeth from him there.
Darien Ultra goes for 2 quick pins, gets 1 each time.
What he should have done is gone for 1 pin and get 3. That's what I would have done.
Ray, that's a very John Madden take. Yet again, a 1 count. And ladies and gentlemen, there another credential for Andre Kabashi, a graduate of the John Madden School of Pro Wrestling Commentary.
Thank you, Paul Jones. I appreciate the compliment. Oh, Ryan Sims getting some shots in now.
Oh, Darien
can
Ultra
feel
throws
the
that
anger
clubbing
with every
forearm to
clubbing
the
forearm.
shoulders, back.
Every
Ryan
punch.
Sins.
Oh!
DDT.
He planted his head right through the ring. It's finished now. 1, 2, 3.
Oh no!
I knew he
Ryan
was gonna
Sins
kick
kicks out at 2.
I knew he'd kick out.
Of course you did, Andre. You watched it.
No, I knew he was going to do it before it happened, genius.
Oh, whatever. Just because you've made a couple of bets, a couple of calls that have turned out to be true.
Oh, hey, nobody's as good at predicting as I am. Oh, Darien Ultra.
Definitely a high angle belly to back suplex there.
Oh, you know his brains are discombobulated. Oh, he still managed
Nearly
to kick out.
3. Oh, Ryan Sins dropping knees
Oh,
into the back of Darien Ultra. Gets 2. Seeing you, Andre Kabashi, drove these 2 friends to this.
Paul Jones, I couldn't be happier. Thank you for bringing that up. Let everybody know that I am the reason this match is happening tonight.
I don't know whether to give you credit and say that this is a long-running scheme, which I wouldn't put past you. I really wouldn't. Or if you just opportunity.
Oh, opportunity is my middle name.
Ryan Sins nearly capitalized
I
on
thought
that
that was the end right
suplex.
there.
Only got 2. stomping. Darien Ultra. Oh, Darien gets to
almost
his
feel
knees
those
and throws
shots
some
at the
strikes to the
commentary
midsection
table.
of Ryan Sins. Ryan practically throws him back down. These two men exhausted from this brutal fight. Oh! Oh! Ryan Sins with the clothesline and then drops the knee onto the chest of Darien Ultra. Oh! Now an elbow to the kidneys. Oh, wraps up the legs, smacks him in the side to get an arm. Ryan Sins with the.
Let me tell you something, Paul Jones. You hold this mic.
New Albania has broken up this matchup. The big gun and Trevor Straud, now Andre Kabashi, attacking Ryan Sins and Darien Ultra. Emilio trying to stop them, jumps on the big gun, and then tries to get him in a rear naked choke, but it's tossed off. Mikey Mourner attacks Trevor Straud with the chair.